Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. Oh, look at the juke. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Now a draw play for Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ronald Blair in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll let O'Reilly have a crack at it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jameis Olawale, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ronald Blair picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now is Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Gaskin. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua on the right side, open is Gesicki. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Tua now on first down. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They put playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play instead. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. This is Gaskin on the carry, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Tua buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Gurley again.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jerome Baker, Dolphins leading tackler in 2020, in on the stop there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson airing one out for Crowder. He's got him in, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Burton, and he's got it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check it out,
Now it's Wilson. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Lindsey is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gurley. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Under pressure, they got him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this is Parker, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll work make it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. He runs. Mike 22, Mike 22. Drum T and spin. Let's get that ball. Safe.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gostkowski, the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose.
To a hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tua to Fuller for a Miami first down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get third overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll turn to the power game at Oluwalu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. Powers through, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Man, I got you.
On first down, Lindsey. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 30 pace, let's go. You mine. 55 is mine, guys, 55. Exit.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.